Hello YouTube and welcome back to the FIFA 17 Sunderland Career Mode. This is episode 27 today, and we start off by simming the first game of the January transfer window, which is away to Leicester City. If you've watched any videos on my channel before, you will know that, well, if you watched any transfer videos anyway, I think I might have mentioned it in the last episode, but I do like to simulate all of the games in January, just so we can get through the transfers better. We can get through all of the transfers in one video, which is going to happen here. So as you can see here, we're drawing 0-0 so far with Leicester. As you can see, Cohen Wood actually getting on the pitch from simulating, which is good to see. But as you can see, we do lose 1-0 in the first game of the simulation, and then you can see we get into the second game on the 6th of January, so nothing really happening transfer wise yet. But as you can see, we are away to Wolverhampton Wanderers in the third round of the FA Cup, obviously hoping to get through, and once again hopefully getting to the 5th round, because that is the first round that I will be playing. But anyway, as you can see, Declan John opened the scoring in the 2nd minute. The left back that we did sign for this season. He's played well so far when I've played him in the cups and when having to rotate. And as you can see, Cohen Wood coming off the bench again. Sorry to overdo it about talking about the youth coming on, but it's nice to see that even when simulating, the assistant manager will give them a chance. And as you can see, we do win that game 1-0. It does help that he's a striker and there's only 2 on the bench, so it's an obvious player to use if we want to bring on 2 strikers. But anyway, as you can see, Wissam Ben Yedder was sold. I wanted 30 million from Liverpool. That was accepted. As you could see, also Arsenal are going ahead with a deal to sign Yann Villa, which is going to happen as well. And as you can see, Thomas Beadling will also be leaving the club to Shrewsbury, and we're going to accept an offer for Jermaine Lenz as well, a player that I'm very upset with at the minute. Not a player I'm liking after what he said recently, basically saying he hopes that Sunderland get relegated in real life. And as you can see here, we're also accepting Callum Wilson into the club. He looks like a good player, 78 overall, as a striker, as a replacement for Wissam Ben Yedder, and he will play his first game for the club in this league game against Crystal Palace, which is the 3rd game of this episode and the month. So in the 6th minute, we do fall behind through a Jason Punchin goal. So disappointing to lose a goal that early on. As you can see, there's a couple players in there from Crystal Palace that I do not recognize in Fifa and Paredes, but they have a lot of usual players. But anyway, Andre Gray did equalize for us, and as you can see, another couple of youngsters get brought on, but Patrick van Arnholt scores in the 79th minute before Kelly gets injured for them. So as you can see, we do have another left back scoring 2 games in a row now, and I was considering selling Andre Gray, but after he scored in that game and I sold Wissam Ben Yedder, I decided to reject all offers for him, because he will be staying, and at the minute I do believe he is our top striker. So as you can see, one of our best players from last season, Sebastian Larsson, he is a player that I want to bring back, and I had a bid accepted of 3.2 million to bring him back after letting him go on a free in the summer. It may be someone that you might think he's too old, there's no point of bringing him back, but he's a player I really like, so I wanted to bring him back. And as you can see, we've signed a couple of players there. A goalkeeper on loan from Manchester City, and then that player from Carpi in the Italian leagues, a straight swap for Jordan Pickford. He's a little bit lower rated than him, but as you can see here, Yann Villa and Jermaine Lenz have both left. But like I say, he's lower rated. Dummy True, I believe he may be Romanian, but we had the offer accepted. He is a little lower rated, like I say, than Pickford, but Pickford wanted to leave, and I thought I might as well get a good young keeper in who will hopefully develop into a better keeper than Pickford eventually. But anyway, as you can see, next game in the episode is at home to Stoke City. We fall behind through a Bojan goal, but Wabi Cosby does pull it back level through a penalty in the 24th minute. And Dong picks up an injury there in the 36th minute, which is not good to see, as we will want him hopefully when we get back. But anyway, Borini did put us in the lead in the 62nd minute here, before Mbula did equalise for Stoke in the 84th, which is unlucky for us. And as you can see, Didier and Dong will be out for 6 months, so we'll probably miss February, if not most of it, as that is coming towards after halfway through January, and 6 weeks is about 1.5 months. So anyway, you can see we're simulating here, and we're trying to get this player to grow quite a bit because of the board expectations in the youth academy part. I think we needed to grow him by 10 overall, I believe, and we're getting him halfway so far, so that is good for us. And as you can see, we're just going to try and advance on here, hopefully get a bit more business done. As you can see, we've got Sheffield Wednesday at home in the next round of the FA Cup after beating Wolves in the first round. But anyway, here you can see we have a transfer offer for Donald Love, which we are going to accept. He is not that good of a player, and he's 23-year-old at 63 overall, just not good enough. And as you can see, we turned down the chance to sign him for 3.2 million, Sebastian Larsson, and we are getting him on a free in the summer. So we're basically doing what RB Leipzig did to us, getting Larsson on a free at the end of his contract. As you can see, we have an offer for Jan Kirchhoff that Everton have decided to match. 10 million he is going to go for, and George Honeyman is also going to leave the club to go to Millwall FC. It's a bit sad, that one, because he's been at the club a very long time in the youth ranks. As you can see, we're trying to sign a couple young players to try and get into this team. Dennis Zakaria is a player from Young Boys who looks like a decent player, and also Mario Pasalic is a player who looks like he could be good for us. As you can see, he did want a wage decrease actually, and we're going to have an offer accepted for Aaron Moy from Manchester City as well, so we put an offer in for him. He wants the most money, like 27 million he wants, and that is a high offer to sign a 77 overall player. But anyway, we get into the game against Sheffield Wednesday. As you can see, they beat Fulham in the first round of the FA Cup, while also going out to Stevenage in the EFL Cup. But anyway, we fielded a pretty strong side, a few youngsters in there. Dumitru, I believe, making his debut, but Walter Mathis is a player who's played alright in the league and has come in and scored here, but Gary Hooper does pull one back for Sheffield Wednesday before Danny Barrera picks up an injury just before Kapustka does put us into the lead in the 58th minute. And as you can see, that is how that game is going to end, a 2-1 win, so we will get into the 5th round, a round that we will be playing. So it's good to see that the FA Cup will be on again, as it's been on for 2 seasons now for us. But as you can see, Danny Barrera is out for 8 weeks, which is going to be poor as well, because he's going to probably miss up till the end of March. As you can see, we've got these 3 players to choose between. I decided to reject Aaron Moy and Mario Pasalic and sign Dennis Zakaria, as he is a younger player. He's going to cost the lease and going to cost the lease on wages as well. So we're going to try and sign another striker here. Goals have been hard to come by. I haven't played with Callum Wilson yet, obviously, but I've got 2 strikers here that I believe could do the job. Borja Boston is a player we're going for, that we did go for in the summer, that we turned down the chance to sign, and also Peñaranda from Watford. We had the choice of both of them, well, if Peñaranda had accepted an offer, but with an hour left he rejected the offer. So I decided to go in and look here at the strikers we do have at the club. So we have Wilson and Defoe and Caramo and Gray, but that is really it for first choice strikers. And Defoe isn't really playing well because he decreases in overall far too quickly on career mode, especially in pace. So because Peñaranda decided to turn down his contract offer, we did sign Borja Boston from Swansea, so not only increasing our strike force, but shortening one of the players, well, one of the teams in our league also. So as you can see here, we're looking at the monthly scout report, and there's a few players in here that do look like good players. Connor Baker is going to be released though, as his maximum potential was 88 there. And we're also going to look down at players we can sign, but I'm not sure there is any. No players signed in at the start of the new month, but some really good players in the youth academy and some already in the team. And we are going to end this episode now with a squad report. So anyway, if you enjoyed this transfer special, please do leave a like, and if you want to see any more of this career mode or anything I do on my channel, please do subscribe, as that will be much appreciated. But once again, thank you for watching. See you later.